guys, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. And I want to come on here, and I know I haven't been on YouTube for a while because, you know, if you're speaking the truth, life always pulls you from here and here and here, you know. But anyway, I just want to say that I'm actually coming back to YouTube and hoping that I can actually be consistent with my videos and everything, and hopefully that I can make you guys happy, and hopefully, and this time it's gonna be a little different. So my videos are gonna be more of like advice video, more of motivation videos. It's gonna be here and there, so it's gonna be more about just me talking, and maybe I'm gonna show you products, and like it's gonna be a lot of stuff. So it's gonna be like story time, it's gonna be this and that, it's gonna be just several things. So anyway, first of all, I want to say 2020, it's been really hard for everyone out there. Everybody's been going through ups and downs, from like life-changing experience, from like going through hardship of every kind. There's people going through hardship of every kind. Some people lost their jobs, some people lost their homes, some people got sick, things happen. So what I want to say is, for me in 2020, it has been the most life-changing experience for me. And so at the beginning, starting December 8th, that's when we got the first case of coronavirus coming through in the United States. And I live in California, but we heard it. I was like on the news, like on it. So that was the first case of coronavirus. And then after that, as the time went by, and then on May, the biggest thing that happened in my life that really made me look life differently, it's the biggest thing that happened is I lost my dad. And that's like the biggest thing that actually changed my life. And I think it's gonna keep on changing who I am, how I see things, how I see things. I'm gonna be seeing things a little bit different than before. So in May 2nd, I remember it was Ramadan time. I remember sitting down and we were eating, iftar. And I remember my sister calling, and I always think like at that time, maybe she's just calling to ask me. And so second time the phone rang, and I ran as fast as I can. I got to the phone. When I got to the phone, my sister was telling me that, oh, my dad, he's unconscious, he's in a bad situation. They just called from Somalia and saying that my dad went to just visit there, and she said that they called and they're saying that he's unconscious, he's not breathing, it's really an emergency. And I remember just dropping my phone and a lot of things going through my head, and thinking about all these things were going through my head, like, oh my God, how about if he's gone, How about if he's already gone and he died already, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I was like, whenever something tragedy happened, or whenever you hear a phone call of something bad happening, you're already in your head, you're already thinking about all these things. You're already thinking that this thing got worse than what it was. It's already like picture images and things comes to your head and making you feel worse than what you are already. So I got into my car, and I think I ate my iftar just a little bit. I didn't get to finish it. Got into my car, kept on calling my sisters over the phone just to make sure what's going on. Is this like really true? Is this really happening? I got to my mom's house, and I remember seeing my auntie who got off the car, and she said, I can't see, I really can't see. And I said, so me driving there, me getting to my mom's house takes me 5 minutes, but I got there within 2 minutes because I was driving so fast. I was driving a speed limit where it was 45. I was driving like 60, 70 just to get there. I was shaking, I was crying already. When I got there, I saw my auntie getting off the car, and she was saying, I can't see. So I even forgot about my whole situation. So I started thinking about her. So I was holding her hand, and I saw, and when we went in the house, and they were saying, oh yeah, my dad already passed away. And they called and they told us the news, and they said my dad had passed away. And I dropped on the floor. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna die myself. My breath wasn't coming out. I was just like, it wasn't coming out. I tried my best to breathe out, and it wasn't coming out. I fell on the floor, and I see my sister on that side falling on the floor crying, my other sister falling on the other side crying. I see my mom falling on the other side crying, my aunties, everybody's crying, and it's the most horrifying moment of my life. I never seen anything like that before. But this is my first experience of actually closer death happening so close, which is my father that I love so much. He was everything for us. He was my motivation. For me, he was my motivation. He was our leader. He was our advice giver. He was everything. He was a healer. My dad, he would read Quran to people who comes to him and tell him, please read Quran for me, I'm in pain, or I'm suffering through things in life. He would read Quran to heal them. My dad, he was the type of person who would never, if you tell him some story about something that happened to you in your life and you're asking for advice, my dad would listen and listen and listen and listen, say yeah. At the end, if you're like really mad or frustrated, my dad's gonna say, he always says, Inshallah, itaqwa khairi, that means if Allah's willing, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good thing. It's gonna come out of it. And when I was younger, I always used to think that if I ever lose one of my parents, I thought I'm gonna be going with them too. But you know what? When things actually happen to you, Allah makes you see things differently and makes you experience it differently. It's not the way you thought in your head. Every time I would think of him, I would make dua for him. Until this day, I keep on making dua. I cried. I couldn't. This is my first day putting makeup on, which is, he died on May 2nd. Today is July 16. It's been really hard for my mom. And all I want to ask you guys is, I want you guys to pray for my family to continue living life again. My dad was everything for us, and he was only 62 years old. I'm hoping that this is gonna be changing us for good, not for bad. I pray for everyone in my family. This should be a wake-up call, and it should be something for us to think of. Life It's so short. You're here today, you're not here tomorrow. And never rely on anyone except yourself. We relied on my dad with everything. But now we all have to be relying on ourselves. We have to learn to do things ourselves. We have to learn to. And my dad, he always tell us, make sure you never forget Allah, and make sure you pray on time and pray all the time. Pray, pray, pray. When something bad happen, pray. When anything changes in your life, pray. When you need something, pray. Everything my dad used to say, pray, pray, pray. So for me right now, I pray all the time. And I've been watching so much hadith, and I'm trying to change my life for good. And hopefully, all I'm going to say is, hopefully this video, somehow, you pick up something from it. Please, guys, if you have your mom and your dad, love them, kiss them, hug them. Do everything you can, no matter how good or bad they are. No matter what they do to you, never take it into heart, because they're your parents. They carried you. Your mom carried you 9 months. Your dad, he's the one who been there all your life, and he's always the one giving you good advices and directing you to the right way of life. And guys, love your parents, because you never know. Life is so short. You never know when their time is going to come, or maybe your time is going to come that you guys are going to leave each other and never see each other again. And I'm hoping that, I pray for my dad. May Allah take him to Jannah al-Firdaus. May Allah make his journey of hereafter easy. May Allah make his journey after death easy. And may Allah lighten his grave with bright light. May Allah forgive his sins. May Allah take him to the highest Jannah, which is Jannah al-Firdaus. And for us, may Allah give us sabri, so we could continue live life again, so we could follow his footsteps. And my dad was my motivation on my nursing career. He always says, you can do it, you can do it, you can do anything, you can do it. And he was everything for me. Anytime I want to give up on class, I go talk to him. I tell him, Baba, I can't. This class has been really hard for me, this and that. He would always say, yes, you can do it. And he's right. Gotta try so hard. Push myself to the limit until I get where I want to get. And guys, all I want to say is, love your parents. Love your parents. Do everything you can to make them happy. Do everything you can to make them happy, and making them happy. Jannah is under your mother's feet, and that's the way it is. If your mother is alive, make her happy. If your dad's alive, make him happy. And the pain you feel after losing one parent is the most unbearable pain I have never faced in my life. And alhamdulillah, Allah wanted him just like the way we wanted him, just like the way we love him to be in our lives, and Allah wanted him back. Alhamdulillah. Inna Lillahi wa ilayhi raji'un. Yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Share with your family and friends. Love you guys. And I'm going to be doing more videos to come, inshallah. Bye.